you're. Hey, Andy G3D, thanks for the resub. 11 months.
Yeah.
Oh, there we are.
Oh, the petrification spell wore off. Oh, I'm so glad. Oh, my jaw hurts. Hello. Welcome to Thursday. I'm Magus Supreme. And this is the Superior Adventurers Guild Kids on Brooms game. That's me and my friends.
Hi.
Hey, what's up?
Hello.
We did it.
Hey, Andy, how are you doing today?
Doing pretty well.
Good.
Had a pretty busy day at work, but
I'm
glad that is over.
That's great. I'm glad that it's over. Was it busy in a good way?
Kind of, sort of.
Oh, okay. Cool. Hey, who are you playing in our game this evening?
I am playing Maximilian Dufresne. He is a kid on a broom. And apparently last session, he started vomiting Skittles. So
it was troubling.
I have that to look forward to tonight.
Buckets and buckets. Hey everybody, I'm Ashley, and I am playing Roxana Greenvale, and she is a eccentric weirdo with blue hair and pink glasses, and her amazing trash panda Walter, who is her BFF forever.
BFF. Fantastic. And Dave, my friend, how are you?
I'm ready.
Ooh.
You ready to cast some spells?
I've been limbering up all week.
It's on the wrist.
Yep.
I got my old pal Ocho here. Hello. I am Dave, still, as far as I know. I oftentimes run games here on the Superior Adventures Guild on Wednesday nights. We have a Salt Marsh game that I've been running for a couple years now. And let's see, I'm playing Colton Sky, who is a wacky prankster trope. And he likes to, play pranks and get into shenanigans with his friends. He likes to make friends, and he likes to stand up to bullies. Yeah, that's about all I know. I think at this point he's been turned into a what is it called again?
A bunny fly.
A bunny fly, because he ate a coffee bean. So I don't know what that's like, but I'm excited to find out.
Me too. Let's talk about announcements. We have an announcement. Dave would like to tell you about it.
I have an announcement, and I'd like to tell you all about it, folks.
This is planned.
It's always planned, Ashley. You know that. Hey, so here's the deal, guys. There's a conflict going on in Ukraine. It totally sucks. We're not happy about it. But what we are happy about is that we have an opportunity through the wonderful wide world of the internet to make a difference. So we are starting tonight a campaign through Save the Children to raise money to help children and refugees that are pouring out of the Ukraine and desperately need supplies. So this is through Tiltify. You can, if you want to check out that campaign, I'll put a link here in the chat. Go check it out. If you are able to donate, please throw a couple bucks even. Every little bit helps. It's really important, and there's a lot of suffering going on. So this is Kids on Brooms. We're here to play games, but when we play games, we can do good things for other people, in this case, other children. So please check it out and help us raise some money.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. There's no more game on Friday, right?
We've wrapped it up. So last week we hit our fundraising goal for the Children's Miracle Hospital Network, $1,500 with the help of all the people who, a lot of people who are here right now, a lot of the folks that hang out with us in chat are players. We raised a bunch of money, and that campaign ended last Friday, which was kind of cool because it was also Travis and I were also celebrating our birthday, which we found out was on the same day, on Saturday. So that was pretty cool. We finished the game Knights and Bikes, which was fantastic. I highly recommend you check it out. By Foam Swords. Really, really good game. It's a co-op game, so find a friend and play it.
Super cool.
Yeah, very fun game. Now we're on to a new fundraiser.
Yeah.
A very important one.
Yeah.
So
back to the normal amount of things happening over here on the Superior Adventurers Guild. If you don't know, if you're new, welcome. But we had a game yesterday, and then we have a game next Wednesday and every general Wednesday where Dave runs us through adventures in the campaign setting of Greyhawk and 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons, where we are
partying. You guys are
kicking
partying
ass and taking names. We're at a party. It's good. It's good. Yeah.
We got all fancy dressed up.
We got fancy duds.
Gussied up.
We're talking to some highfalutin folk. It's a lot of fun. So join us for that on Wednesdays, right here at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Yeah, that's about it, I think, for announcements, unless there's anything else I'm forgetting.
I don't think so. I think you nailed it.
All right. Okay. Ashley is going to serenade us. Not musically. I'm not making you do that. But I might make Andy do that next week, though.
Oh boy.
In a musical number.
Yeah. We should do a musical episode. Why did I say that?
I might be sick that week.
Yeah.
Some week in the future, I might be sick.
But Ashley is going to regale us with the events of last week in a recap.
Yeah. All right. So we decided that we were doing recaps as our characters. So be prepared for your Roxy recap. Okay. So, like last week, I went dumpster diving over the weekend and I found this cool stamp that says stop and it has a red ink stamper on it. And I celebrated by claiming everything with a red Walter handprint. But then like yesterday we woke up and Max was puking Skittles everywhere and Walter totally ate some. And then we went to class and claimed our desk with a red Walter handprint. And I stamped the word stop on Colton. And it was awesome. Then we found out our professor was secretly a bunny fly. And then an energy vampire materialized in our class as a shiny golden light and stole everyone but us because we're awesome. And then he was like, I bet you can't find out how to turn everyone into flutterbys. And we're like, nah. So we snuck into the teacher's lounge and then we ate all their donuts. But then Walter ate poisoned coffee beans and turned into a bunny fly. And then a weird gelatin man came into the room and kept demanding donuts. So Levin gave him one. And then he had joined our cult, but then he couldn't leave the teacher's lounge. So that was that. And then we went to the library and stole some books and we discovered another bag of poisoned coffee beans, but then Walter turned back into Walter. So we ran back to the dorms to see if it was because of the puke Skittles he ate. And then Colton volunteered to eat a poisoned coffee bean and then a puke Skittle. But he didn't want to eat a puke Skittle once he turned back into a flutter bunny. So I had to burrito him and give it to him like when Walter doesn't want to take a pill. But Colton didn't turn back into Colton. So we locked him in Max's bedroom. So now we've got no Colton and energy vampires are turning everyone into flutter bunnies. Flutter, whatever they are. That's where we are.
That was amazing.
Bravo.
I just want to say that everyone is now on notice. Andy, you are on notice. The The bar just went to here.
Wow.
Do we have to do it as Roxy?
Yes. No.
You be you, man.
Yeah. So here you are, in your dorm room area. Wow, what's his face? Where's my note? Levin, was seeing Colton, the bunny fly, turns a few different colors and then vomits Skittles all over the floor. Looks up at you and gives you like, and then vomits some more Skittles onto the floor.
Give him the bucket.
Wait, who's vomiting right now?
Levin.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh man, Levin, you didn't even eat any puke Skittles.
Simultaneously, Max, you've been feeling really bad for the last few days, right? You've been vomiting Skittles, alternating between hot, cold, the temperature of candy in a bag, you've got just buckets of Skittles around your room. Hey, you feel great. All of a sudden you feel great. That's how magicalitis works. It's just strange and mysterious. Yeah.
Do you have to give it to somebody to get rid of it? It's terrible.
I feel better.
And you can hear somebody outside your door now vomiting.
Wonder if it's contagious. I'm thinking
you haven't
yes.
seen anyone in a while.
I mean, there's that butter bunny fly in your room.
Oh yeah, there's a little rabbit with butterfly wings.
Oh, hey Roxy, how's it going?
Hey, so that bunny, that's Colton. So
What?
don't let him out.
Colton? Wait, what do they look like?
And where's Ocho?
It's a blue bunny with wings.
Ocho is
Wings?
riding on,
And they fly around?
on your back.
Okay.
Yep. It's a little bunny with wings.
How'd that happen? Wait,
Didn't you listen to my recap?
what have you guys been doing?
Well, we've been trying to save the school. Oh, and I did find this really cool cowboy hat. I think that it's Wyatt's, but I don't remember how I got it.
Oh, I missed school. I can't believe I missed school.
Yeah, what a bummer.
Well, what are we going to do about Colton? We have to figure out how to turn him back. Maybe we could ask a teacher or something?
They're all bunnies now.
What?
Yeah, the energy vampires totally stole everybody but us. And then
Energy?
you got skipped because you were sick in your room and they didn't suspect that you would be able to defeat them. But now you're better, so let's go figure out how to turn everyone back.
Okay.
So I have a theory.
All right. Let's hear it.
So in the teacher's lounge, we found these poisoned coffee beans, and she like pulls out the bag of coffee beans, and there's a couple like left rattling around in the bag. And then we found a coffee like gelatin man, and like he was like a blobby guy, and he was like, I want donuts. So we gave him donuts, but what if the bunny flies needed to eat the donuts.
Well, did anything happen to the gelatin man?
Yeah, he totally wanted to be friends with us, but he could not leave the teacher's lounge for some
But nothing
reason.
happened after he ate a donut?
Nope. He
Oh,
seemed happy.
Yeah, he settled down. He was getting a little rambunctious, and then he ate a donut, and he was good.
Which is
Is-
what happens to me.
is he always in the teacher's lounge?
You know, I haven't actually been in the teacher's lounge before now.
I've never
so
been in
I mean, maybe he's a regular blob
Okay,
of the
so-
teacher's lounge.
Wow.
Oh, and we remember we stole these books, and she starts like putting out the books that she and Levin found in the library last time. And one of them is Potions of Primer. And then there's Bones of the Past, How to Raise Cattle, Deep Hidden Truths. I mean, maybe one of these.
Oh man, I'm not too good at potions, but
Before Levin runs into his room, he points at the potions book and then vomits on the floor and then runs out.
Skittles just.
Yeah.
don't worry, Levin, it'll pass.
Yeah,
I
and
feel better now.
The crazy thing about it is they're totally dry.
The Skittles?
Right.
Yeah. They come out of your body just like they come out of a bag.
Does it taste
Oh,
like
man.
a rainbow?
I don't ever want to have another Skittle in my life. All right, let's look through this book. You're going to have to help me, though. I'm not too good at potions. I don't know if you remember a class, but
Yeah, I did the exact same as you did. So
yeah.
why don't we both give it a try, and then maybe we could figure it out?
All right, I guess first we just look through and see if there's anything that turns people back into their real selves. I don't know, what would that be called?
Like oops, how do I undo the thing I did? Kind of
Yeah.
thing. Spell, potion,
Some kind of transformation spell,
a reversal.
reversal. Okay,
All right.
let's start looking through the
So-
book.
Yeah, let's do some brains rolls as you interact with this book. Handy, did you roll a 1?
I rolled a 2.
I rolled a 1.
You know, I have a D4 for brains, so
Oh, that's I forgot about that.
that's my dump stat.
That's true.
I get a +1 from my wand.
I'm
So
a
that's
boy
a-
of
that's a-
action. I'm not
that's a
I'm not
3.
like the classroom kind of guy.
Pretty good at grit.
Regrets.
Yeah, you know, you're having a maybe a difficult time looking around in here. There's a lot of theory in this book, and not necessarily a lot of like, this is a potion recipe to do this.
Yep.
So you're kind of like, but there's a lot of stuff that's like, you know, to do this kind of thing, you want to use these sorts of ingredients that have these kinds of properties, and some of that is a little difficult to parse. So let me do 2 things. First, hey viewers, what's up? Check it out. If you find that you want to give a little nudge to the players, or to me, I guess, you can drop down some bits to give out trickery tokens. That's totally what we renamed them. And that can give the player a +1 to their roll, and it's cumulative. And of course, in this case, it is also gonna, well, yeah. And then let's do this. Let's have the two of you roll again. Another brains check.
How could this go wrong?
Well, if I roll a 4,
Yeah, if you roll a 4,
Ooh.
it explodes
I can
and you
roll
roll
it
again.
yeah.
I rolled a 7, so
Nice.
that's an
I rolled a
8.
4.
A 4, roll
Nice.
again.
Oh, wait, that fell off the table. That doesn't count.
That does not count.
1. Total of 5.
Total of 5 and a 7. All right.
Which is 8.
Which is for an 8, yeah.
Any
Absolutely.
bonuses from your wand?
My
That was
Apply
the
as well.
bonus from my wand.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I get a bonus from my wand.
There you
It's
go.
just +1, right?
Yeah,
Most likely.
If-
Depends on
Yeah.
what wand you have.
right. There's one for the wood and one for the core.
It's a hawthorn wood. So
I think one of my favorite things about this game is the exploding dice and the fact that your lowest stat has the highest probability of exploding, which is really swingy for like if you're not good at,
oh, I don't know
brains,
where the wand
but you're
section is.
more likely to explode in brains, which is pretty
There
fun.
it is.
All right. You dig a little into this book. And you find that did I write this down last time? No, why would I do that? You find that you need to there we go. You essentially need 3 types or like 4 types of components to make this potion. You need essentially like a carrier, something that makes up kind of the bulk of the potion, and you need a bit of whatever it was that kind of caused the problem, or something that has similar properties, and and you need some, I guess, some other stuff.
Okay, so we need the carrier and a bit of the coffee beans, and then
Some
2
stuff.
other things.
2
I
other
guess.
things. Yep, 2 other
Wait, what?
things.
What's the carrier?
Like
Like the base?
The accelerant,
yeah, like the base, yeah, like
Okay.
like water or chicken broth or olive oil,
It's
right?
not.
Oh, we should totally do chicken broth because we want them to feel better.
and it's fortifying, it helps
Should go
the
with bone
body
broth,
out.
really.
Yeah, essentially, think about it like this. I'm gonna say, hey, the 2 of you, since Dave's a bunny fly. Tell me some ingredients that you would look for, and then like a little bit as to why, like exactly like our carrier is going to be bone broth because it's fortifying, it helps the body out, or we're going to use olive oil, A, because we like the way it smells, but B, because it helps things move through the body because it's, it's oily. It doesn't have to be anything real. You just get to make up some weird shit about stuff you're going to make into a potion. But a really important thing is also what's the main reagent, which is like, is it either a piece of the thing that caused the problem or something that does has a similar property. It's essentially like in Chinese medicine, and I might be getting some of this wrong because I'm remembering it from a kung fu movie. To heal poison, you use other types of poison. If that makes sense.
Well, this is happening. Bunny, Fluffy Bunny, Fluffer Buddy guy is going to be rummaging through Levin's desk, just pulling stuff out and throwing it around the room, and then finding some big Sharpies, and then flying around the walls of the room just with these big streaks of Sharpie across the walls.
Should we try to catch him?
No.
Just let him do his thing.
I mean, he looks really happy.
Yeah.
Or angry.
Right.
I can't really tell.
Oh, there's a big
No.
smile on his face.
The bunny.
Dave, go ahead and roll a d20 for me.
17.
17. Yeah, it's pretty straight lines. It's good.
Is Colton a really good artist? I didn't know.
What does the world look like through Bunny Fly's eyes?
You know, it's like not carrot, not carrot, carrot, not carrot, carrot.
So carrots, their main food.
Yeah, carrot. They love carrots.
I'll be keeping my eyes out for carrots as I'm flying around the room as well.
Cabbages are a good
Anything
second.
that looks edible, maybe, and definitely if there's Skittles.
Bok choy.
There's any
Skittles
random
everywhere
Skittles
in
laying
here.
around. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely
everywhere.
grab handfuls of them.
Yeah.
I think he's getting hyper on all that sugar.
And then, of course, nesting materials.
Mm.
All right. So I think that we should make the potion out of like chicken broth. And then we should put some of the poison coffee beans in it. And then we should put some Flutter Bunny hair in there. And then something like sweet. So either donuts or like maybe chocolate so that like, they feel better. Because when I'm, don't feel good, then I like to eat something sweet. So what do you think?
That sounds like a good idea.
I mean, otherwise, we really need to learn to be like Flutter Bunny tenders because there's a lot of these guys. We just give it up and like live in the library with 300 bunnies.
No, let's try to fix it. I don't want to do that.
Just little round rabbit turds everywhere.
I mean, surely magic is for cleaning up rabbit turds, if nothing else.
Okay. Do we try to get some hair off of Colton?
Yes.
All right.
I'll see if I can grab him.
All right. Let's Colton the bunny fly. This large person comes after you. She's grabbed you before.
She doesn't look like a carrot, right? She doesn't have
Correct.
a carrot.
Not a carrot. Not
Okay.
a carrot.
So I'm going to give her a big smile, and then I'm going to fly away and have her chase me.
All right.
Okay. I'll get on the
Seems like
broom if I
fun.
have to. Extend my broom out. Extend my broom.
Well, we're in the dorm right now, right?
Well, he's got wings.
You're in like a little 15 by 15 foot room, just
Couple of
zipping
bunk beds.
around.
I'm very short.
I'm gonna grab a blanket and try to throw it over him
All right.
when he flies
So-
near me.
let's have Colton the bunny fly. That's a flight roll from you for a D20.
Okay.
Roxy, since you are making you're using your broom, I would allow flight for this. There's also probably an argument for fight as you're trying to grab them if you want to try that.
Nope.
All right.
I'll
That's
do
fair.
flight, please.
That's fair. And
Actually, I'm gonna change up my tactic.
okay, what do you got?
I'm going to try and create. Can I try and create a small illusion of a carrot?
Okay.
Well, is that something that's feasible? I don't even know.
Yeah. Let's see. That could be. Let's call that a charm magic roll.
That's what I was looking for.
And we'll say that there's going to be it'll be a two-part difficulty.
Okay.
So let's see. How are you gonna I guess so part of Kids on Brooms magic is that magic is more difficult the less plausible it is, right? Or the more reality bending it is. So something like, say, ooh, Wild Surge, Van Wickman, you dirty dog every time. I'll get to that in a sec.
Thanks,
So something like having a carrot appear in your hand more difficult than, say, reaching into your pocket and pulling out a carrot, regardless of whether or not there is a carrot in your pocket to begin with, because it is plausible that you could have had a carrot in your pocket, if that makes sense, right?
Right.
So my first question to you is, with that in mind, and maybe it doesn't matter to you because sometimes having a carrot appear in your hand is just cool as hell. So how do you, what's your execution of the spell, I guess, to start with?
I'm gonna be holding my hands behind my back.
Yep.
With my wand, and I'm gonna be like, Colton, I have a carrot for you. And when I pull my hand out from behind my back, my wand will look like a carrot.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. So it's not going to be super difficult. So you
have my
how long
attention.
What?
You have my attention.
Oh, how long do you want this effect to last?
Maybe just like a minute or two.
Okay.
Like not just long enough to get him to come close so I can try to grab him.
Okay. So here's what we'll say. If you, and have you created such, have you turned your wand into say food items as a spell before, or is this your first time?
I would say it's probably my first time.
Okay. No worries. So this is going to be kind of difficult.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be an 8 difficulty.
Okay.
To make your wand appear as the carrot. Now, we'll say if you roll a 10 or better, it will also smell like a carrot, which will be extra good, of course, to sell that shit to a rabbit. Right? All right. So let us start with
I prefer bunny fly.
Bunny fly. My apologies. Have you rolled your flight roll?
No. Are you asking Dave?
start with Dave. Dave, have you rolled a flight roll for your bunny fly yet?
Bunny fly has rolled, yes.
All right. Oh no. Roxy, go ahead and roll your flight roll as
All
well.
Yeah, about that. Yeah, that's a 6.
A 6. All right. And
With
what
my
was
D20
Yeah,
and a
wow.
+1.
Fair enough. And what's your flight roll there, Mr. Bunnyfly?
I rolled a natural 20.
No, oh God.
So I think I
You're
get to
rolling
explode.
No.
Oh my God.
No?
Yeah, you only explode if you have to get higher on the DC. Like if the DC is higher than, like if I had set the difficulty
right.
for like 24.
Sure. I'm going to do it anyways.
Sure.
I just rolled another natural 20. I swear to God.
Wow. Nice.
And then a 4.
Okay.
So 44.
Max, go ahead and make your charm magic roll. Remember, you get to add the magic die to it as well.
Oh, the magic die.
Yep. Which is a D4.
Okay. That is a 12 + 1 because I have a changeling's hair core to my wand. So it's
Nice.
13.
That's creepy
Wow.
as hell.
+3 is 16.
Holy cow. So you start zipping around the room because you see her coming after you. She jumps on her broom,
I'll throw the markers
And-
at her.
starts, yeah. And Roxy, you catch a marker right in the mouth.
Sorry.
Ah!
Yeah. and you kind of like,
Kind of draws a
Crash.
mustache across her face.
That would be like some skill.
a double, sure. Yep. That sounds, you rolled really, really good. And you are able to get away from her. However, as you're zipping around out of the corner of your eye, you hear this other guy, Max, and he says,
Colton, come here, boy. I have a carrot for you.
and he's got a big, juicy,
Mm.
it's dry. Carrots are dry. Carrot, big and orange. It's, yeah.
Does it have the green,
Little,
like,
yeah.
little top. Oh yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
It's got
God.
it's got the
got-
carrot hat.
Yep.
So good. I'm going to fly over, but I know what's going on now, I think. So I'm going to fly as fast as I can. I'm going to try to grab the carrot and yank it right out of his hand and keep going.
All right. Let's
Just like a jet.
So why don't you? Where is it? No. I got stats. There we go. Go ahead and roll a D4 roll for the fight of the bunny fly.
Okay. 3.
3, and then Max, it flies up. He flies up and tries to grab this carrot wand out of your hand. Roll fight.
Okay. 6.
6. You have a rock hard grip. You know, do you have any? Does your character have any siblings?
My character, I hadn't figured that out honestly, but I would say yes.
Probably your grip is honed to perfection of years of trying to hold on to things while your sibling tries to steal it from you, as siblings are wont to do. Hang on, I gotta roll this. Wild surge, wild magic effect.
Thanks a lot, Vamp.
Keeping us on our toes over here.
Is this what happens when he starts chewing on my wand?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, let's see.
It's just one really good bite.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Let's see. Could one of you roll a D? Oh, hang on. This is my D4. That's right. Never mind. I got it. Right. Max. Colton the bunny fly flies up, tries to grab the carrot. You hold on. He probably starts to take a bite out of the carrot. Of course, you know it's not a carrot. You grab a hold of him. You now have bunny fly chewing on your wand, but in your hands. Although it still looks like a carrot. After maybe the third bite, like you can feel little teethies on your wand, just like little scrapes.
Yep.
And you hear this. In 400 yards, turn left.
I got him. What's happening?
Recalculating.
Is that coming for your wand?
I got him.
Only he can hear it. Only he can hear it.
Oh,
Who's
Only
talking?
Max.
Who's talking right now?
In
got him.
400 yards,
Ow, he
turn
bit me.
left.
What do I do?
Walter,
What do I do with him?
This is
Where do I put
bad.
him?
I'm gonna struggle. I'm gonna try to break free when he's got me.
Walter kind of has like a bit of a shocked expression on his face, like, what are you doing to this poor bunny fly?
not me.
Help me, Walter! Help me!
Does Walter speak bunny fly?
No, he speaks raccoon.
I
He
mean,
comprehends all
I guess you
languages.
never know.
Walter can do whatever Walter wants to do.
Mhm.
Dave, roll a D12.
With pleasure.
Roll a charm roll.
7.
7. A task where success is certain for those very skilled at it, but not for those who aren't. Roxy.
Hmm.
If Walter were to be convinced to assist this cute winged creature, what would Walter do?
Oh man, it's so out of character for Walter to actually help somebody. Maybe he throws Skittles at Max, I guess. Because there's lots of Skittles.
Max's Skittle bounces off your forehead.
I'm just racing around the room. My preteen voice is cracking. I'm screaming, trying to figure out where to put this rabid
Oh.
bunny fly.
I'm gonna
What?
pour out
Where
one of
did I
the
put it?
Skittle buckets,
Where
and
did
I'm
I
like,
put it?
in under the bucket.
Ah! And I'm gonna try to put him in the bucket really quick and close the top.
Okay.
I'll
Okay.
sit on it.
Hey, let me. I as a kind, sometimes as a not more often than not, but sometimes as a kind and benevolent game master,
Mm-hmm.
do you get hairs before you put them under the bucket?
That's a good
You
idea.
know, I'm sure that by now some hairs have already like started to like float off and onto her clothing from the wrestling.
I do have a grip
Yeah,
on
that's
him.
fair. I'll give you that.
I mean, we'll just pull some like off of Max's shirt.
Okay. You have now a bunch of Skittles on the floor, but I should say a bunch more Skittles on the floor, but you have a bunny fly in a bucket.
Roxy just sits on the top of the bucket and like holding it down.
I'm gonna check my wand.
Just you hear a knocking on the bucket lid.
Hello?
Don't fall for it.
All right. So I think we could just take this blue fur off of you, and she just like starts.
It's all over my hands.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
let's gather it together. He was shedding.
I'll put it in a little like plastic baggie all full of like blue hairs.
You have a Ziploc bag of bunny fly hairs.
Okay.
Neat.
But something sweet?
Yeah. Like chocolate or
Yeah, maybe
or cake or donut
just
or
not Skittles.
yeah. I'm kind of skittled out at this point. I mean, so Levin had that book on cakes. He could try to make a cake. And then like maybe we could, well, I mean, a chicken broth cake with coffee in it sounds kind of gross, doesn't it?
Yeah. Do we have any chocolate anywhere?
Maybe the base should be chocolate. And then we'll make a chocolate coffee cake, and we'll just like put some bunny fly hairs in it.
As the potion.
Yeah.
Maybe like a
It's like an edible potion.
Oh my god! Did you guys forget you're making a potion?
I mean, it could be
I
like
love
a
the
hot cocoa.
transformation of these things. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Well, if we put it in
Could
a
be like a-
blender, then it could still be maybe
Like
like
a chocolate milk.
chocolate malt shake.
I'm gonna have to roll up a new student.
All right. That sounds good.
Oh,
I don't know how to make milkshakes.
Levin.
Well, how hard could it be?
that's true. How hard could it be?
For these two,
That's fair.
I think it's gonna be hard.
That's fair.
We need Levin.
Oh, my chances are not good.
Mm-mm.
All right. Okay. So
Hey,
let's go to
let's
the
see.
refrigerator first and see what we've got.
See what we have in the fridge.
What we got in the fridge.
Pickles.
Pickles.
Why would we have pickles? I have got an endless supply of pickles.
I mean, you can never have too many pickles.
It's pickle overflow.
You could always do a base of pickle juice.
Oh,
It's not.
we really
sweet.
we have pickles. Is it? That's what we have.
They're
There's
sweet.
other stuff in
No.
your little fridge. There's you have breakfast cereals,
Whipped cream.
milk, peanut butter.
Oh, hey, the peanut butter's back.
Yeah. Probably not like a lot of stuff because, of course, there's always your main place of eating things is in the
Okay.
like the lunchroom
We
or
could-
whatever.
So we can take milk and peanut butter.
We could
And-
sweeten the milk with the cereal.
cereal milk.
Cereal milk. That's sweet. No?
No, I think, all right. Peanut butter, milk, coffee beans, and Flutterby hair. And we'll like make it into a slurry.
Okay. Okay. Oh, God. I mean, that sounds disgusting. Milky
Gotta suffer for health.
peanut butter coffee.
Sounds better
Is that
than
good?
whatever it was that Hermione made.
Is that going to be sweet enough, you think?
Well, I mean, maybe we'll get like a dropper and we'll just like have to hold down one of the bunnies and just like splush it all out into their mouth.
Okay. All right, let's try it.
Okay.
All right. Let me. So I have a thing.
I'm going to put I'm going to put all the books on top of the bucket in place of me. The
So
ones we stole.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So let's do, we'll use a similar thing to what we did in potions before. You can use Astat, pick one for making this potion. And then, of course, whatever stat you use kind of flavors your understanding and your construction of the potion, right? So although I guess realistically it's like, oh, brains, charm, grit are the best. Fight might not be bad. Flight and brawn are probably a stretch, but it also says, oh, this is how to do it. Those are difficulter. Those are more difficult, harder.
Right.
But like, for instance, like brains magic would involve following the recipe and understanding the magical essence of the ingredients. Whereas like grit would like involve seeing what elements in these ingredients would make someone get to the effect of the spell or the potion, right? So you get to pick what stat you want to use and then kind of tell me how that stat flavors your potion making. If that makes sense.
Is there a table of the stats and possible flavors? Like how, like okay,
as
I want to use
example,
charm, but
right.
I'm struggling to figure out how I can charm this potion.
Sure.
You know
Here,
what I mean?
let me in the Discord chat. Here you go. That's straight out of the
Whoa.
PDF that I have.
Yeah.
And obviously this is in like a couple of them, and this is flavored for that like salve that you guys made in the like 3 sessions ago or whatever. But I think the conceptualization of it is the same.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah. Kirk is really missing out on this.
I think we're missing out on Kirk.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Missing the
Maybe
guy
a
with
little
the
bit.
D20
Hey.
brains.
While these two brainiacs are working up their latest and greatest, this might be a great time to remind folks, if you guys are interested in helping to support children, refugees in Ukraine, we just started a fundraiser. The link is now in the chat. It's through the Save the Children's Relief Fund. Check it out. If you can donate even a couple bucks, it will help children fleeing the unfortunate aggression in Ukraine.
All right. I'm
You got,
going
you got
to
something?
use grit.
Mm-hmm.
To because I'm trying to suss out how all of these ingredients will help somebody like heal them from being a bunny fly. So the thing that they turned into, the thing that turned them into the thing, and then something sweet to like make them feel better, and then the peanut butter like sticks it all together. I don't know. Should we add like some toenail clippings or something in here so we turn them back into people?
Let's not improvise. I don't.
Okay.
I think we should follow the recipe.
Well, all I can decipher out of this recipe is coffee beans and some kind of liquid.
I mean, okay, we're gonna use the milk, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that'll be the base.
Okay.
And then a little bit of the coffee bean.
Yeah.
The bunny hair.
Mm-hmm.
And the peanut butter, right?
Right. How does that turn them back into a person?
It's a potion.
Oh, okay.
That's how it works, right?
It's
magic.
Yeah, but I mean, wait, are there?
I mean, it's not like human butter, is there? Like, that's kind of gross. Never mind.
Human butter?
Well, like, so we had something of the bunny that they turned into, and then, like, something of, like, we want them to turn back into. Or,
yeah.
Or, like, I don't know.
Try to find, like, some of Colton's hair.
Oh, that's a great idea. Who said that? Yeah.
You can
So
check his pillow.
Yeah, let's check his pillow.
So we'll try to grab some of his human hair out of that.
Yeah. It's probably totally not Walter's hair.
Walter, is this your hair?
She's like gonna go up to him and be like,
Okay, no, it's not.
Wait, does he have a hairbrush?
Why would he need a hairbrush? We've all got hairbrushes.
Not Walter.
What?
Walter's just brushing
Colton.
his hair.
do we need to like also look for hair in his hairbrush, or did we find it on this pillow?
If you want, you find some on his pillow.
Okay. All right. So now we've got human hair, and then I think this will work.
All right, let's do this. Is there something you say in the book?
Yeah. Zippity dippity doo. Something like that. It clearly is a very serious spell.
I feel like it's zippity dippity doo, turn back into you.
Yeah, perfect. There we go.
All right. Okay. Let's do this.
Okay.
So we get the blender out and we put it all in there.
Oh, this is the best.
Do we need to heat it? Do you think? I don't know.
I mean, it might melt a little bit, or I don't know if that peanut butter is really. I think it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel
It's
like
chunky.
I feel like right traditionally, like we think of potions as like things that you heat up because things gotta dissolve into them. But this is, it's 2022, right? You've got a blender. This is like a smoothie potion.
It's a ninja.
Yeah, like, and then you say so, and there's magic involved, right? So I think this is good.
Okay. So Roxy will wave her hand over the potion and do her zippity dippity doo, turn back into you. And does anything happen to the potion?
Yeah, there's like it wouldn't be like smoke, but there's like a breath of like cold, like when you're outside in the wintertime and it's cold out, kind of comes out of it.
That
Smells
was
peanut
unexpected.
buttery.
Oh, well, it smells all right. I mean, better than expected, really. Okay, so do you want to hold down Colton while I pour some of this on his face, or or do you want to switch?
Okay.
I think you should hold him down.
All right. I'm gonna look around the kitchen real quick. Are there any like vegetables I could like throw in the bucket to distract him?
There's Pop-Tarts. Good luck
Bunnies
Yeah, but sure
good
these
luck finding
kids-
a vegetable, though.
These kids have a bunch of fresh veggies sitting around.
Oh,
Yeah,
more
right.
peanut butter.
Come on,
I mean,
you know,
bunnies like
kids.
peanut butter, right? They're a rodent, sort of.
I don't know if I've ever seen a bunny eat peanut butter before. All right. I'll just try to grab them, I guess.
All right. Yeah, just give me a we'll call it a fight roll, Max, as you grab at him.
All right. Oh boy. Here we go. Oh God. A 3.
3.
Yeah. I'm only D8 for fight, but
Yeah, there's he was perhaps ready for you, and you do the old bucket and grab, but he's not there, and then you realize he's like splayed out like Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible in the bucket, and then flies out.
oh man, we gotta try to catch him again.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna take the peanut butter and unscrew the lid of what's left and put it in the middle of the room and like try to waft the peanut butter smell. Like
Nice.
maybe he's
Yeah,
into that.
Maybe just leave it in a dish. Maybe he'll smell how sweet it is and just try to drink it.
Maybe you could charm him into drinking it.
I can
I'm gonna
try.
pour some into a bowl and hand it over to Max.
It's really good. It smells really good. Tell him.
Max, I have Max.
You're Max.
Colton, I have some carrot juice for you here, and I'm gonna try to make the potion look like carrot juice
Or smell like carrot juice.
or smell like carrot juice. Look and smell like carrot juice.
Nice. Okay.
I'm gonna put it in like a little saucer.
Yeah, make a muted myself. Make a charm magic roll.
Oh God. All right, so that would be 9.
9.
Yeah.
Yeah. You all get the heady smell of carrots
Oh, thank goodness.
coming from this bowl.
And I'm just gonna like walk away from it, like see if he'll.
Yeah, this
Come
your tummy tum is compelled with carrot juice.
Maybe we should have made the base carrot juice.
We We don't have any of that.
You get some V8.
Way too
We get some
healthy.
V8. Yeah.
Oh wow. And yeah, he flies over and does a little bit of, see the little. He's drinking the potion.
Oh God, he's drinking it.
He's drinking it. I hope this works.
And then Roxy, just for good measure, is gonna go zippity dippity doo, turn back into you, and whip her wand around.
Nice. Colton, where did you put the dish?
Like out on a coffee table or like
On a coffee table?
a
Okay.
table that we have in like a common area that we're in.
Colton, you are like not really like prostrate before, but you're like kneeling on the coffee table. And your face is in a bowl of what smells like carrot juice, but definitely tastes like a peanut butter milkshake. And you can't fly anymore. And that's a little sad. You're like, oh, I can't fly, maybe. That's unfortunate. Boom. Colton is back to his normal Colton self.
You guys,
Oh,
this
thank
stuff is so good. It's so good. You got to try it.
Colton, you're
Really
back.
good.
There's a lot of hair in that.
How do you
What? It's blue.
how do you feel? You
Good. What happened?
do you remember
did
what
we
happened to
save
you?
the day? Where's Levin?
Almost.
Weren't you sick?
I was, but now I'm feeling better. Thank you. You turned into what are they called again?
A bunny fly?
Bunny
A
fly.
bunny fly.
Oh, yeah. The last thing I remember is eating that coffee bean, right?
Yeah, we were
Yeah,
gonna turn you
yeah.
back, but turns out that was not what cured Walter.
Don't eat any more of those.
Yeah,
That
Okay.
was not fun.
but we think that we have a way to turn back some of the teachers maybe now.
Hairy milkshakes?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe we could
eat it.
if we could find the bunny fly that's like the potion master or something, we could just change one smart bunny fly back and then they could do the rest of the work for us.
That's a really good idea.
In their bunny fly form, do they have any identifying features?
Do they have name tags?
Do they
No,
still wear
do
like a
not.
little sweater and glasses?
Seems like Professor Syndelic would be the one to go for if we could find them. I mean, they know how to deal with mystical creatures, and
Oh yeah.
should we go back to their classroom?
Okay.
Or Professor Zhao. She
Yeah.
she does the potions.
That's true.
Let's go to her classroom. Maybe
We could check both.
okay, let's bring what's left of this potion with us. Wait, do we need her hair?
Gross. Maybe there's a
Oh.
hairbrush.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So
Maybe we'll
we'll
bring
just bring
blender.
like the blender and peanut butter and milk and bunny fly hair, and then we'll see if we can find some of her hair maybe on like a lab coat or something, because they wear aprons and stuff.
Or maybe just
So
okay.
Like it.
All right.
So let's do this. Let's take a short break, so I can get my head into what that's gonna all look like. This is amazing. The progression of that potion was absolute magic in itself. But hey, so we'll take a break. Everyone who is here, thank you so much for being here. Remember, we have a Tiltify link to help raise money for the children's relief effort in the Ukraine, because they could use it. I've listened to the NPR, and there's some really interesting stories about people leaving Ukraine right now. So people could need our help, and we can do it. So we'll be back in like 10 minutes for more of this caper, which I feel like is quickly turning into like we're just playing the old game Myst and collecting random things, and we have to put them in places. And it's fantastic. Yeah, we'll see you in 10.
And we're back.
Here on welcome back, everyone. Thank you for sticking around. Oh, we've got +1 viewer from before we went on break, so that's good. We got one more viewer over break. It's always good to see somebody joining us. Remember, if you're new joining us, we are helping to raise money for children's relief in Ukraine. Here's a Tiltify link, because people need help over there, and we can do it. We can too. Anyway, yeah. So, as everyone remembers, you have created perhaps the first potion peanut butter milkshake to return Colton to his normal form. after being turned into a bunny fly, and you now are going to attempt to find specific teachers to then turn them back into normal folks.
We just really need to find one very smart adult.
I agree.
I will remind you that you do have a handy dandy magical map.
That's right.
That may have some, like, hey, this is a place where things are. It's a map. You know how maps work. And yeah.
Who had the map?
Amanda, I don't know.
Colton, did you have the map?
What map?
Levin, we need the map.
You hear a door open, and
Ah,
and then
Cascade of Skittles.
cascade of Skittles. You just everyone
How did
hears
Levin get sick?
taste the rainbow.
I think it's contagious.
yeah.
Don't eat any of those Skittles.
Well, I'm pretty sure Levin didn't eat any Skittles. And I'm pretty
As
sure
far
Walter
as we
did
know.
eat a bunch of Skittles and he is not sick.
Maybe it's only a human disease.
Is this
The
where
wizard-
Skittles come from?
Oh,
Oh yeah, the Skittle factory is just people vomiting Skittles into small little packages.
that seems a little.
It's a weird magical conspiracy.
Sorry,
We're infecting people with
I had,
this magical itis
I had
in
no
order
idea.
to make candy.
This whole time.
Oh man.
All right, I guess we gotta go to school and find a teacher, right?
Yeah. I mean, if we go to the potions workshop and there's only like one bunny fly, it's probably her.
I think that's a good plan.
Let's go.
Can we
Okay.
fly there?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at the
Broom
map.
Activate.
Is there anything glowing on that map that Levin threw at us?
Let's see. The last time there was a marker, right? There was a
Gold star of some kind.
there was a gold star to the teacher's lounge.
Mhm.
And then there was one in the courtyard,
Mm-hmm.
which you went there. Give me we'll just call it a D20 roll.
Ooh, 16.
16.
It's probably the highest I've rolled all game.
There is a gold star in the courtyard, different than the one that was there before. This one's like it's like pulsing red, gold
Oh.
red, gold red,
That looks important.
gold red.
Oh man, that looks really important.
Maybe we should try for that one.
Okay.
Maybe it's the what's her name? What's the name of the headmistress? The headmistress of the school again?
Oh,
It is not on that page. It is Guinevere Rathsbane.
That might be Rathsbane.
okay. I mean,
Are we gonna get in trouble for this? This isn't our fault, is it?
It is not our fault. We're
I don't know. I was
saving
throwing
everyone.
up Skittles the whole time.
Why is
I
it
wasn't
always
here for
I
us
this.
had
that's
nothing to do with this.
why is it always us that's like left over and everybody else just disappears?
That's
Kind of makes us
because
look bad.
we're better than them, and therefore, like, we're more magical, and the things that affect other people are not affecting us. And it's not at all a mistake
Maybe.
by the adults.
I hope you're right.
Okay, so
yeah, I'm gonna get on my broom and then try to navigate towards the blinky red star.
To the
All right.
Brooms.
Well, my broom
Yeah,
just comes to
you-
me.
extendo.
Mine's
You
just
take your
leaning against the
brooms.
wall.
you travel through the door network from your dorm to the library. You know, entering the library, it's the library. You can see a few bunny flies flitting about.
Man,
Maybe
there's a lot of bunny flies here.
You can see one is like torn out the cushion, the fluff of a cushion in a chair.
They're tearing the place apart.
I mean, they know how to party, that's for sure.
There's like empty coffee cups. And yeah.
Hmm.
Otherwise it's a library. So you head towards the courtyard.
Yeah.
Go ahead and let's have everyone make let's call it a I don't know. Let's call it maybe a brains roll. Let's roll brains.
Put that dice away.
I
Right.
don't know.
Arr.
Grumble, grumble. All
It's not
right.
like a yeah.
Does my broom add to my brains at all? Oh, my wand does. All right, here we go. Exploding dice.
Nice.
So
Four,
that's good.
plus a 1 and another 1 for my wand, so a 6.
And you're on your broom too, I think, if your broom has any bennies.
No, that's mostly flight, I'm pretty sure.
I got 7.
7,
Yeah,
4.
plus 1 to flight.
4. And you're using your brooms to zip around
Yes.
since nobody's really here to stop you.
Just trying to
that's great.
dodge bunnies.
Oh, yeah, right. Roxy, as you are kind of flying across the library, kind of towards the courtyard, you can kind of see through like the through the windows. You can see that there is a wheelbarrow kind of next to one of the large mushrooms that makes up the fairy ring, and you can see like the back of somebody as they're shoveling dirt into the wheelbarrow,
Okay.
which is,
It's a person. It's not a bunny.
it is a person.
Oh my gosh, it's like the only person in the school who doesn't drink coffee.
Or maybe they're behind all this.
Is it? This person like matches up with the star on the map,
I mean, as much as
as far as we know.
yeah, the map isn't that specific.
Right.
Well, we might as well go talk to them.
Yeah.
Colton's gonna just
Do we
beeline it
recognize this
towards
person?
This person.
This person's kind of back to you, so you don't really get from your current like flight plan, from your current flight path, you don't really have a great shot at a view of this person.
Yep. We'll fly up to him.
Okay. Yeah, you approach on your brooms, and yeah, there's a substantial pile of dirt in the wheelbarrow. He's got a decent sized hole. He's digging, and Colton, since you noticed it last time, as you fly up, you also see kind of in the same spot where you kind of saw that chalk smudges. There is an unsmudged magical circle in chalk there on the ground,
Like
little
around
ways.
the pit.
Not around the pit, but a little ways off on the side. You know,
Hey,
like maybe a couple of
hey,
feet.
you, what are you doing? We need your help.
And this person is kind of startled a bit and kind of drops his shovel and spins around with a wand. What? Who are you? What are you?
I'm Colton. This is Roxy and Max
Walter.
and Walter and Ocho. So
What are you doing
how
here?
come you're not a bunny fly?
Yeah, we thought we were the only ones who weren't bunny flies.
We're students here. Do you work here?
Shouldn't
Do you
be-
hate coffee?
What's your name?
No. I love coffee.
Are you a teacher?
Are you a custodian?
Are you
Are you a
stealing dirt from the magic circle?
He says he's like about to say something to Colton, and then Max says, "Are you a teacher?" And or a custodian? He says, "Oh, yeah, I'm the custodian."
Oh, well, there's a lot to clean up. This place
Yeah.
is trashed.
Those
place is
bunnies are
trash.
just ripping stuff out of the furniture at this point.
We're trying to
that's-
find a way to turn all the people back into people. You want to help
Hmm.
us?
I gotta dig this.
Gotta dig holes in the
I gotta
ground.
dig.
huh?
Yeah, I gotta change out the dirt here in the ring for this other dirt.
That does not seem
Okay.
like a priority right now.
Shouldn't
you
you
guys, have we
be-
studied these magic circles already yet? Does that even make sense? Hold on, sir.
Study them?
Hold on. Here, stop. He holds up his hand with the stop on it.
Stop on it.
For one moment, please, sir. Guys. This magic circle thing it doesn't add up. Walter's in there. It doesn't add up.
Okay.
I think this guy's up to something. What do you think?
Yeah, it seems really suspicious even for like regular teachers.
I didn't like how I asked him if he was a custodian, and then he immediately said he was a custodian.
Yeah, that's
suspicable. I thought that was a little suspicious.
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant. Okay.
Yeah, the fact that he said he liked coffee, but he is not a butterfly is very suspicious.
What does he look like?
I have a description. Nope. Wait, hang on. I'd probably do it over here.
Also, my question, have we studied circles at all? I don't remember anything.
If only one of us were smart.
I know. It's like there's
I'm pretty
studying
smart.
has come up a lot today, and I feel like, maybe I should study a little harder.
You've said that before.
You've gotten a little bit of like circle magic, kind of studying it. Not a lot. It can be fairly high level stuff. So as like first years, it's not, but you're getting a little bit here and there. No, my familiar's trying to go everywhere. But a little bit. So if you wanted to like take a look at it and see if you can figure something out, I would allow for that.
I think we should look at the circle. We might be able to remember something from class. It might be like a bad circle. It could be a good circle. Could be.
And then to Max's question, because you asked what's he look like. He's an adult, number one. Not like an old adult and not like a really young adult, but like a more middle-aged adult.
Could be a summoning circle. Could be a protection circle.
And
it's not a protection circle. Let's be real.
He's dressed kind of plain, kind of normal. He's got like a kind of slightly worn like work pants, not like slacks or jeans, but like I don't know, whatever people who work wear.
Could be a teleportation circle.
He doesn't seem very worried about everybody.
Right. And why would we need to change the dirt out? That doesn't seem like an emergency, does it?
All right. Let's get out of here.
Roxy's gonna go over and see, is there any, can she pour enough of the half-drunk cups of coffee into, one cup to, make it look like it's a full cup of coffee?
Yeah, you could probably, there's plenty of half-drunk cups of coffee, like in the library or around it. You could spend a little bit of time to collect, for sure.
All right. Then she's gonna take her made up cup of coffee over to that guy and be like,
"You said you liked coffee, so I got you some."
All right. So that's so you take a little bit of time to go and do that, to go collect some coffee.
Yeah.
Dude, we can't leave.
What's Roxy doing?
I don't know.
She's got an idea.
She's got an idea.
We got to check out that circle and see if we can figure out what it is.
All right.
Do you want to distract him while I go look at the circle?
Sure.
Yeah, go ask him about his shoveling technique or something. I'm gonna go look at the circle. Go, break, Pickle Ninja Warriors forever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. All right.
It's hard
for
to
the
high
elbow.
five
1, 2, 3.
virtually.
You gotta,
Yeah.
watch
Look
their
at my
elbow.
elbow.
You gotta look at the elbow.
Look at my
Go.
elbow. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go look at the circle and see if I can identify it.
Okay. And Max, you're going to distract him.
hmm
Okay. How are you going to distract him? Let's start there.
Oh God, I don't know if this is too much. Can I make it look like the sides of his hole keep collapsing? Is that too reality bending? Like
you
like
want to, so
dirt-
you want to like
dirt just keeps,
cast a little spell.
yeah, like dirt just keeps filling up. Like he shovels. So it looks like he
frustrating.
didn't shovel at all.
I think, yeah,
anymore.
that's totally like,
He
that's
shovels,
totally
but then
something super
then it-
doable.
Doesn't seem like he's getting any deeper.
Are you trying to do this on the sly?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay kind of behind him. Like, is he still shoveling?
Yeah, I think as like he kind of starts to shovel again, you know, like he like settles out the. Yeah. Oh, it's right in front of me. I'm stupid. Yeah, he starts shoveling again. All right, let's call this a charm spell.
Mm-hmm.
As you're kind of attempting to in a way coerce, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's not super. I don't think that's super reality breaking at all. I think that works. So it'll be not. It won't be super difficult. It won't be. It'll be normal.
All right.
If it was anyone
Uh,
other than you, it would probably be super easy.
Okay. Do I get any kind of like magic?
Yeah,
Is it a
if it's a
magic
spell,
die?
you get to roll the d4 for
Okay.
magic.
Oh man, I haven't been rolling my magic D4 at all, like ever.
It's a 6.
6.
Yeah.
That'd be helpful.
Yeah. Yeah, you kind of on the sly. What magical phrase do you mutter under your breath as the catalyst for whole side falling in spell?
Dirty dirt. More dirty dirt.
Nice. Yeah. He
Our
you know,
spells are.
so good.
So creative. Yeah.
Hopefully,
This is
Wizards
so
of the
good.
Coast is watching, so that they're like, the next time we make a player-facing book, we need more spells. These guys got it
Yeah.
on lockdown.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, he gets frustrated fairly easily. So of course he's like redoubles his efforts both in his attempts to get dirt into his wheelbarrow, but also to overcome the collapsing dirt hole. Colton. I feel like this is probably going to be a brains roll.
I'm gonna try to utilize magic to
Okay.
help me to identify or recall my my studies.
Nice.
So
Let's see.
brains.
Let's see it.
A total of 8 with my magic die.
An 8.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, let me ask you this first. What does that look like? Using magic to recall.
Well, he pulls out his wand,
Mm-hmm.
and he gets down on his knees in front of this thing, and he sort of like traces the circle with his wand, all the little bits of it, and he goes, Abris cadabris, imbue my eye and help me to identify.
Nice. Yeah, you get a flash of one of your textbooks, like in your mind's eye, right? And you're kind of paging through it. You can hear like the kind of voice, not anything specific, but you hear the voice of a teacher in class, and you can tell because it's your memory that you're like not really paying attention, so you're just kind of paging through your textbook, and you kind of page through, and you see this and this image, and it flips, and then you like will yourself to like rewind and like pause the memory, and it says in a nice Times New Roman font on the page. I don't know if they would use Times New Roman. Everyone hates that now. But it says teleportation circles
I knew
and their
it.
uses.
Cool.
Wow, that GIF is blowing my mind. The dirt GIF. I don't understand it. That's crazy.
That's what it looks like for
Literally
him.
shoveling.
Yeah. It's just like this endless pile of dirt.
So he is re-describe this, Chad. The guy is digging dirt from nearby.
Yep.
And he's throwing the dirt where?
He's filling this wheelbarrow.
Okay.
And you can see that the wheelbarrow tracks like start at the ring and then go to where the wheelbarrow is.
Like he came out of the circle basically with the wheelbarrow.
Yeah, circle ring. Yeah. But yeah, he's digging dirt, not like in the center of the mushroom ring, but kind of like near the edge of it. The circle is a little bit on the inside of it. He's
How full is the wheelbarrow?
Maybe like half full.
I'm gonna fly over and push it over, so it all dumps back into the hole.
Okay. I'm not gonna make you roll to push over a wheelbarrow. It's a wheelbarrow. But yeah, you.
Oh my gosh! I'm so sorry.
What did you do?
Hey, what? Oh, you little snots.
Oh man, you look thirsty.
About this time you come up with your cup of coffee.
Yeah, you should.
Oh.
You're just, shoveling is hard work.
Oh,
Here you go.
man.
And
You have a lot of work to do.
He instinctually, as any good adult would do, he reaches for the cup of coffee. As any good adult reaches for the coffee. If you're a bad adult, you don't. I'm not judging you for not drinking coffee. But
The kid hands you a cup, you just take.
You take it. And he's like, he's like a little thrown off, by kind of what's happening. And then like he like starts to take a drink, like he gets it towards his mouth and his eyes kind of narrow. like little squinties. Wait a minute. And he throws the cup of coffee away.
That was so rude.
and he says, Datu, take care of these troublemakers. And
Do we say who he's talking to?
yeah, a small one-eyed dwarf steps out from behind a mushroom, and it raises.
He has an eye patch,
How do we not see him?
He just has one
like
eye.
a cyclops.
He's like a cyclops dwarf. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. He is what's known as a duende, if I'm saying that right, which is a creature from Filipino folklore, which resembles a Western dwarf, except it has only one eye.
Cool.
In one
We
hand
should
he
get
has
outta
a
here, guys.
in one hand he has a shovel, and the other hand he has like a crooked little wand.
Uh-oh.
And he, as all good evil dwarves, he goes, "Eh," and he's gonna try to cast a spell.
Look out!
let's get out of here.
All right, let's do this. All right. Oh. Yep. He is going to. He's going to drop his dice. That's why I have a dice tray. Roxy, you feel a little itchy,
Oh, man.
and then it passes.
Oh.
He didn't roll very good. Wow,
Okay.
that's an interesting creature. So, yeah, what do you do? What do you do?
All right. These guys are up to no good.
Yeah, what are we gonna do?
He didn't drink the coffee. Actually, hey, Colton, I hand him like a couple of coffee beans. I go,
Yeah.
do you think you could use your slingshot to get it right in their mouths?
Heck yeah, Roxy, you know I can.
Oh,
All I need you to do is to get him to open his mouth, like to shout or something, and then I'll be ready to shoot it right
Okay.
in there.
Hey, you're ugly and you're not a very good janitor.
That was kind of mean, but it's true.
oh, this is the best kids show ever.
You're no custodian.
Your mother
My mom
never loved
sleeps
you.
better.
Go ahead, Roxy, give me a charm roll.
Oh man. Alright. 7. Actually.
A
Shocked.
7. Yeah.
Since my charm is 8.
Yeah, you see like you know, his like he gets some color in his neck, and he's like, hey,
Get him.
I'm like, oh, it's amazing. But yeah, he opens his mouth and rebukes you.
Now, Colton, now.
Yeah, I'll fire away as he opens his mouth.
Yeah. I could say, I guess a fight roll to shoot him with a slingshot.
Darth, thanks
Use
for the
some-
donation. This
Use some
one's for
magic
you.
oomph.
Did you say flight?
Fight.
Oh, okay.
Like itchy and scratchy. Fight,
Yeah,
fight,
I'm gonna
fight,
use-
fight.
I'm gonna use the magic of the slingshot.
Nice.
Yep. So this is a fight. Okay. Here we go, folks. Kabam!
Bend
4.
it to go right in his mouth.
A 4.
Total?
4 total. Luckily, he has a huge mouth.
We are the best at this.
I think that's
A lot of
little-
responsibility for these kids.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like you're fighting like cave trolls. It pings off of his nose.
Oh. Try again.
Max,
Yeah.
what would you do? What do you do?
I'm gonna pull out my wand and try to shoot the ground in front of the dwarf guy and like
Okay.
spray dirt in his face. You know, like just like a gust of wind that like sends
To
like a,
blind him?
yeah, like a, you know, like throw dirt in his eye.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. I could see that being a flight magic roll.
Right. We're still on our I'm still on my broom,
Okay.
right? I mean, are
Sure.
we just kind of just hovering around? Flight. Okay, here we go. Let me just check something. That was an 8.
An 8. Yeah, you a gust of wind kind of cones out of the tip of your wand and blows a spray of dirt into this little dwarf guy's face. And
Nice.
he's like, ah.
Knock it off. Are we trying to run or are we like taking these guys on? I'm gonna look around, see what people are doing.
We're trying to
Colton is getting ready with another
Curse bean.
slingshot of coffee bean.
How many coffee beans did you have, Roxy? Is it just 3?
I felt like there was more than that from between both bags that we had.
Well, I have 2 more in
Uh,
my hand, so that's all I have at
Yeah.
the moment. Shot one of them.
Let's see. This dude. He is going to. Oh, hang on. Uh-huh. This guy Max, make a flight roll for me.
Flight?
Yeah.
That's the same as okay. Okay, that's a it's a 10.
A 10.
Yeah.
Nice.
He the guy, not the dwarf, the guy he kind of looks over at you and raises his wand and says, sit him on down, you and your broom and you kind of fly apart and you land on the dirt and you are dismounted.
Okay? Are you okay, Max?
You're no custodian. Who are you?
We can't have the I would have got away with it yet. That's later.
Can I use magic like grit to pull the coffee like out of the ground again and just like splash it in that guy's face? Is that too far-fetched?
So you could do it. It'll be pretty difficult. Like, let's see. That's pretty okay.
Highly improbable.
We'll call that just that. We're looking at like a 12.
I mean, it's not impossible.
You never know until you
your
try.
Grit, is your grit even that high?
Yes.
She's gritty.
Gritty.
Sure, why not? I mean,
All right.
might as well, right?
You can
Hell
do
yeah.
it. You can do it, Roxy.
Oh, no. I cannot do it. That is 8.
8.
Oh, wait, and magic.
Yep, and magic.
11.
11.
Ooh.
Wait, do I still have any of those magic points from last time?
Does anybody have any trickery points?
11 does.
I
11
do
does.
not.
Trickery points.
11's got 3 of them.
11. I'm so close. That's so close.
Yeah. You cast your spell and you kind of swirl the coffee out of the dirt and fling it at him, and it just kind of splashes onto his shirt.
Dang it.
He just misses. That was close though. That was really close.
It was.
Colton.
Mhm.
Colton.
All right. You ready, Ocho? Should we do it? All right, let's do it. I hand Ocho the coffee bean, and I put him in the slingshot. And I'm gonna fire Ocho at the old yard keeper, and he's gonna fly across, land on him, and then put the bean in his mouth.
So
At least that's
it's
the
like,
plan.
Assist.
It's like a smart missile.
Yep. I mean, that's why we have familiars, guys.
I guess, yeah.
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 All right.
All right, Ocho,
yeah,
let's do this, buddy.
Let's see that. Let's see that roll again.
What am I rolling?
Fight.
Hmm. Uh, 6.
6. You send Ocho and the coffee bean across, and
Ocho and the coffee bean.
yeah, it's a new movie coming from Pixar.
Yeah.
Ocho and the coffee bean.
Good boy.
And Ocho, you see him, he's like what, he's like a little confused, like, what are you doing? And he's like, oh no. And he's like flies and lands on his face.
Wow.
And then Ocho, it was pretty close, but then Ocho, like, he's like, no. And Ocho puts the coffee bean in his mouth.
And bite him too.
Tarantula bite.
These are
No.
And yeah, he turns into a bunny fly.
Yeah! Ocho! I'm gonna run up to get Ocho.
amazing.
Yeah, Ocho's just sitting on this thing. Yeah.
High five, Ocho!
Meh.
Low 8.
I ate.
The dwarf is like getting dirt out of his eye. What do you do
You
now?
better get gone.
She's gonna threaten him with her tiny 12-year-old fist.
Roxy, here! And Colton's gonna throw the third coffee bean to you, like dramatically across the battlefield.
I'm gonna use magic to fling it at the dwarf and try to get it in his mouth.
Okay. Let's call it a fight roll.
It could happen. It could. Maybe.
Do it.
You can do it.
Oh, 4. So that explodes.
Yay!
Yes.
Hey.
Do it again.
That is a 6 plus. 9.
That is a 9 for fight.
Hell yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yes, it's my fight is 4. Yes.
Yeah, you fling the coffee bean across with your magic, and he also turns into a bunny fly.
Yay! High five.
We did it! We saved the school!
More or less, kind of.
Wait a minute.
Well, we turned them into bunny flies.
Which was
Yeah.
cool.
I hope we were supposed to do. Anyways, let's get out of here.
You guys, check it out. This circle is a teleportation circle. I know that because I was paying attention, obviously, in class. And
Oh, man.
you can see right here, see the wheelbarrow track? So that guy and that wheelbarrow, I think, came out of this circle. They came here to get the dirt from the fairy ring, and they were going to take that dirt somewhere.
Can we mess up the teleportation circle? Like, should we smudge it?
Erase it,
So-
yeah.
Yeah. Can we tell where it goes?
If we go through it,
I don't want to do that.
I mean, we could. It might be kind of fun.
Or weren't we gonna like try to save one of the teachers?
Yeah. But the teleportation circle,
I mean, it's just us.
Yeah, and I don't pay attention in class.
That could zap us to like the other side of the world.
it'd be an adventure.
We could end up in China, or
Yeah.
or Australia, or
Or one of those areas with the radioactive waste.
South America.
All those
But
places sound
Antarctic.
good, except for the waste.
Or
Part.
Cleveland.
Oh, Cleveland.
I'm a big fan of the
Delaware.
Browns.
Or Nebraska.
Ugh.
Cornhusker State.
So flat. Anyways, I don't.
They have really good steak, though.
Yeah, they do. Omaha steaks are the best.
True.
Well, all right. Let's
These
do
are all valid options.
let's do rock, paper, scissors, and whoever wins gets to decide what we do. Either we go through the teleportation
Boy.
circle, or we go find Professor Zhao. Ready? Who wants to play?
Walter, why don't you do it?
Just push him
You're,
forward.
you're gonna let Walter decide your fate? I like this.
Yeah.
All right, Walter, let's do this.
Walter's a bunny fly.
Wait, how did that happen?
I thought he was Walter again.
He was Walter.
You don't think that means that I'm gonna become a bunny fly again?
Wait, did he eat something? Yeah,
It's,
I don't,
we
I
don't
think
know
we should
why
go
he
anywhere.
turned back, honestly.
We should. I don't know, guys. I think we should try to turn these people back.
Shoot. Ready?
Okay.
1,
1,
2, 3.
3.
No, you go 1, 2, 3, go. Ready?
Okay.
All right, here we go. 1,
1,
2,
2,
close your eyes. 3, go.
go.
Okay,
Scissors.
One more time. 1,
1,
2,
2,
3, go.
go.
All right, damn you. Okay, last time. Here we go.
And Andy, raise your hands up a little bit. Yeah, there you go.
1, 2,
2,
3, go.
go. Oh,
Yeah!
Never go
Well,
with paper.
Guys, this is a big decision. I really think we should go through the teleportation circle because I think it could be really fun. And if we end up in Cleveland, I can get a Browns sweatshirt, which I asked for Christmas last year and I didn't get it. Thanks, Dad.
You're a Browns fan?
Yeah, I am.
I always knew there was something wrong with you.
So,
I thought you just wanted a brown shirt.
no, they're called the Browns, Roxy. I'll explain later. But I don't think we should do it. And he walks over and just like kicks dirt on the circle and kind of erases a bit of it with his foot. Let's go find Professor Zhao and put an end to this.
I'm gonna look at the map and see if everything has changed or not.
So the like emergency star, we'll call it, is smaller and less angry, but still kind of there. Like,
Did that mean like intruder?
You think there's another one?
it's probably just that. I mean, the guy's still here. He's just a bunny fly now.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that one.
Okay,
That way we don't spend another hour looking for another.
let's
For another
go
one?
make
Let's
an
go to the
adult
potions classroom.
Yeah.
so we can stop being responsible for things.
Yeah, I'm tired of this.
I'm getting hungry.
Being an adult is the worst.
So you make your way to the potions classroom. You've been there before. Not a problem. You also have a map, so it's easy to find. And yeah, sure enough, there's like a side office, and there is you find a little bunny fly kind of curled up amidst a bunch of shredded papers.
Well, I hope this means I don't have to do the end of year exam. Because she's eaten a bunch of them.
Do I have to redo my homework?
It's not that my dog ate my homework, it's that you ate my homework.
Yeah.
The teacher
Yeah,
made it into
right?
bedding. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to steal some of her hairs. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna take some tape, like the one-sided tape, and I'm just
Okay.
gonna try to stick it to her and then rip it back off.
Ooh, good
Okay.
idea. Let's plug in that
Yeah.
blender, Max.
Okay.
Yeah, you get some bunny fly hair.
Sorry.
It of course wakes up as hairs are getting ripped out of it and darts off around the room.
Great.
Sorry.
Gotta catch it again.
All right. Does she have like a lab coat or like a bag with a hairbrush in it or
I'll start rummaging
Sure,
through her desk and looking
Yeah,
for
give me
something.
a we'll call it a brains roll to investigate.
A 7.
Yeah, you kind of rifle through the desk and around the room, and maybe by along one wall there's a small little shelf with a little box and a little mirror, and in the box is a nice ivory brush.
Aha, look!
is there hair on
Nice.
it? We need
There's
that.
Tons.
Yes.
some little black hairs on it.
Let's get it in the blender.
Here you go.
The little blue hairs too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna flavor blast that.
It's like a blizzard. Look, I
We
turned it upside down and the potion didn't come out.
Do we have milk and all that stuff that you guys used before?
We brought it in the
Brought
blender.
it.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make you make another roll to make it since you've already. Well, no, give me you used grits before. Give me another grits roll, but this time it's easier. I guess you
Ooh.
could still jack it up because you have cast a spell before, or you have made the potion before.
Okay. Zippity dippity doo. Turn back into you. And then my grit was 12. So that is ugh.
Woof.
6.
6. It's good enough.
Good.
You you blend it all up. The little puff of like cold air comes out of the top of it, and it is ready. It's ready to go.
Okay.
You do have a
We-
fairly large classroom as this bunny fly
Yeah.
has gone somewhere into, and
Can you make it smell like carrots again?
is
Yeah, I'll do it.
All right, put it in a dish, and then you make it smell like carrots. And I bet a bunny fly will come from pretty far away for carrots.
All right. Oop,
oh no.
dang real dice. All right, that is a. Do I roll for magic too?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're doing
yeah,
magic.
because you're casting you're making a spell.
A 20.
Ooh.
So I assume it's charm, right? Like it was
Yeah.
last time. Yeah.
Yeah. You kind of looked around and you couldn't see this bunny fly. It was obviously hiding somewhere. And I think that even the two of you who are not bunny flies, Colton, who was at one point a bunny fly, really want you're not like compelled, but man, oh boy, does this smell
Smells
good.
really good.
Smells like vegetable bouquet.
Yeah, right. Bunny fly Walter is like
A medley.
half out of his wherever he lives. Half, he's like, oh, I want some of that. But then this other bunny fly, the real
Larger
target
one.
of the spell, the real target of the spell is like comes zipping in and like flutters around, kind of like maybe a little bit like a hummingbird at first, whoop, 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 and then lands and drinks it up. And then kind of in the same way, like a weird now. It was cool back in the 80s, but like in when you had like the transition of person to not person, or rather in reverse, not person to person, like that kind of happens. It's like the weird kind of fade in effect. It's very the same way that happened before. We just didn't describe it that way. Professor Zhao is there. That's a great gift. I can't look at gifts right now. But I don't like this. Word, you're so bright. But yeah, it's Professor Zhao. She's slurping away at this potion, and she kind of stops, and like, she's down, and she's kind of and then looks over and like,
Professor, you're back.
Yeah, I'm so glad you're back
Max.
because we're really tired of being
Roxy.
responsible.
Colton, what?
I think this means we should get an A in potions. Just saying.
What am I?
All right. So
What?
there was an evil bad guy, and he poisoned all of you with the coffee beans. And then you all turned into bunny flies, and then we made a potion and we turned you back. Just us,
Wow.
without even Levin.
Where's Levin?
He's
He's
puking Skittles.
I puked
magical
Skittles
itis.
yesterday.
Oh yeah, that's no fun. I
I'm
had
feeling
that.
better now, though. Thank you.
That's, well, anyway, wow, yeah. Where? So you turned this guy and his dwarf
Yeah,
into bunny flies?
we came
Oh,
here
yeah.
looking for you, but we found them first, and it looked like they were
Stealing dirt.
trying to steal something, and there was a teleportation
From the
circle,
courtyard.
and
A fairy
they were
circle.
digging a hole in the courtyard. So we threw dirt on them, and
Where are they now?
They're bunny flies.
Yeah, we turned them into bunny flies.
we turned them into buddy.
Isn't that poetic? I think it's poetic.
But now we need.
It is
we need your-
it is poetic. Where are the rest of the? How are you not with the rest of the students?
What do you mean?
in bunny fly form.
No, they
I don't
all
know where
got
they are.
like teleported away somewhere.
They did.
At this point,
I was sick. I didn't know.
Oh, that's right. You
Right.
we left you in the dorm.
I thought the
At this
place was
point,
crawling with bunnies.
at this point that Roxy's energy vampire materializes in the room. It's not really an energy vampire, but I just love
Oh
it.
God, they're back!
You keep
What
calling
is
it an
that?
energy vampire. But this
rolls and ducks under the desk.
this being of light which is different from the being of light that you saw in the, I guess maybe, who knows, right? That you saw in the tunnels, name that called himself Construct, says, I believe I can answer that question. Nope. They're special.
Wait, what do you mean?
I teleported the students to their dorms as lockdown protocol. But they didn't get teleported.
Wait, why are we special?
That's
Well,
weird.
Duh, of course we're special.
She you hear her just peep out from underneath the desk to say this.
Who are you?
I'm Construct.
Construct?
Professor Zhao says.
I'm gonna look at Professor Zhao.
He's you could think of him as the security golem.
It's like the hall monitor.
Oh.
Yes, the hall monitor. That would have been a great name. The hall monitor.
We saw this guy. We saw this guy earlier when you were puking Skittles.
Oh.
Why didn't we get teleported then?
Construct says he kind of I cannot answer that. And Professor Zhao says, well, we can come back to that later. I think the important thing now is getting everyone else turned back into people again and figuring out. You said he was stealing dirt?
They were digging a hole. The man was digging a hole. And then we looked over and there was a teleportation circle nearby. And then when we tried to stop him, he got mad. And this dwarf came out from out of nowhere and started throwing spells at us.
It wasn't a regular small person. It was like a magical,
He only
fake
had one
creature.
eye.
Cyclops.
one eye.
There's
Yeah.
a little cyclops. It's tiny little cyclops.
We
man.
erased the teleportation circle, turned them both into bunny flies, and saved the day.
That's right. Yeah, so if you could make a bunch of potions and turn the teachers back so that we could go back to our dorm room and clean up all the Skittles, that would be great.
Yeah, that's a lot of Skittles.
It was a lot of Skittles.
Yeah, we can. Let's work together. Wow.
Okay.
Wow. Let's do this. Let's have y'all kind of do a quick montage description of how this kind of plays out, and include pick a stat, kind of work using that stat into your montage bit, and we'll make a roll. And I'll give you a little bit to kind of think about that while I tell all of our wonderful viewers about the troubles in Ukraine. Hey, there's some stuff happening in Ukraine. It's not great. Some bullies are over there and they're causing problems. And we're helping raise money for the children's relief effort in the Ukraine because they need some help and we can help them out. We got a Tiltify link. People are donating It goes to a good cause. So consider doing that. I won't hold it against you if you don't, because obviously we all got our own things going on. But you can do it. I can do it. Andy's done it already. He gets gold star. Gold star, Andy. But anyway, yeah. Consider helping us out with that. Was that enough time?
I think so.
Did you think of montages yet? All right. Let's start with Andy. Andy,
All right.
tell us about your.
I'm assuming we got like an optimized potion
Oh yeah, You got the potion teacher
recipe
now.
from the teacher.
Oh
so,
yeah.
I'm
You
just
got
gonna
like a line of blenders.
Yeah, I'm gonna be going around and just using charm magic to coerce the essence of the ingredients to mix together well.
Okay. So you're kind of working on the potions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Nice. I like it. Give me that roll, baby. Give me that roll.
Would that include magic roll too?
Yeah.
Oh, what a horrible roll. Oh, okay, that's a little better. A 9.
9. Nice. Yeah. Perfectly an okay roll. You work some magic with the potions, and you have a good system of making the potions. Roxy, tell us about your montage.
I would like to use flight to gather ingredients and catch bunny flies.
Nice. So you're kind of going around rounding up bunny flies, maybe finding out where you can get pieces of hair of different professors and stuff. I like it. Yeah, give me that flight roll.
Okay. Well, okay. So I rolled. That is 11. It's 11 without magic. So.
Nice. Yeah, it takes some time to kind of gather up all these ingredients and kind of wrangle wild bunny flies. But you are super successful at doing it.
Sweet.
And man, Colton.
Colton flies around on his broom, taking bits of potion that have been ensorcelled with the scent of carrot juice, and flies them to various locations as fast as he can around the campus, dropping little saucers so that all the rest of the bunny flies will come and drink from them. So using flight.
Little Kiki's delivery service action going on.
Absolutely.
I've actually never watched that movie, but yeah.
That's good.
I probably should.
Ooh,
My daughter likes it.
22.
Yeah. Yeah. You're like all pro. Zip, zoom, zoom.
My bolting 5,000 is pretty fast.
Yeah. You deliver saucers of potion, the right potion to the right places. And this all probably takes, this is probably like a couple of hours. This is a lot of work gathering things and making large quantities of this. You probably burn out a couple of blenders. You're blending so much. They're not like ninjas. This is a
Magic
school,
bullets.
so they're like less.
Hey, if they're the
The magic
1950
bullets.
ones, you could cut your whole hand off in one of those things.
Like
They'll
the-
chop
like
up
the
ice.
old
With the
KitchenAids.
glass.
Yeah,
Those things
oh
are
yeah.
super. Oh yeah. Yeah, you can
To get
do
the job done.
Yeah. And all you got to do is like give it a little grease and oil and it works again. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, before long, you have a bunch of teachers and you have 2 remaining bunny flies. Somewhere in all of this chaos, Walter is a raccoon again.
Hey, Professor. Why does my Walter keep turning back into a bunny fly and then turning back into Walter and then turning back into a bunny fly? That's weird, right?
I mean, that is strange. Familiars tend to have. Oh wow! Tend to have strong resistive powers. But here, let me see. And the professor kind of pulls her wand out and kind of casts a little spell. Walter's like eating a pickle, and she kind of casts the spell again, and like has like a kind of a puzzled look, and she says, Walter, she says, according to the spell I just cast, this raccoon has never been turned into a bunny fly. See, transfiguration magics generally leave a residue of a sort, and you can detect these things. This is just a raccoon.
Well, then did he just hide and I've just been carrying around one of my professors for periods of time? It's really awkward. Are we going to talk about this in class?
I guess
Might need to go speak with the counselor.
I guess that's possible. I mean, yeah, maybe Walter made a friend.
At some point, Colton's gonna go find the construct while this is all happening.
Okay.
Hey, construct.
Yes, student.
So, see those 2 bunny flies right over there in the courtyard? I think those are the culprits who are behind this. You think you could catch them and maybe we can bring them in for questioning?
Most let's see. What can I do?
I'd like to get some answers from these guys.
He says, I cannot affect things in such a way. However, and you kind of, he points and you can see that there's a couple of teachers to include oh shoot, what's his name? Syndelic, yeah, are kind of like using magic to to kind of like they're like enveloped, like there's like magical rope, not rope, but like tendrils of magic power, like kind of encircling them, and they're like lifted off, and are kind of like captured. And Construct says, "It appears these professors have that well in hand."
So then we get to question them, right? Do you want to be the good cop or the bad cop? Because I kind of want to be the bad cop, but I mean, I could go either way.
And I think at this point, probably Professor Zhao comes. She kind of gives a little cough, and she says, Colton, we'll probably ask for you lot to recount your story again, but you won't be playing bad cop.
I guess I'll do good cop then.
Or good cop. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Students can't. Students won't be interrogating this person. They'll be. I don't know. Magic. The magic police will be here.
Oh man.
Will Officer Farley come into campus?
Well, I mean, it's possible.
Tell him I said hi. Well, guys, what do you think we should do now? We should maybe go check on Levin, huh?
Yeah, he might.
Yeah. We should make sure he hasn't drowned himself in Skittles. That's a really bad way to go.
Is there anything we can give him?
It's like a ball pit.
Is there anything that we can give him to make him feel better?
We could give him this hat with the star on it.
You hear Professor Zhao says, doses of M&Ms have been known to reduce the side effects of magicalitis.
M&Ms.
The more you know.
We'll have to stop and get some on the way home.
Right, maybe from the kitchen.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Probably the school store.
Yeah, the commissary.
Wherever it's free.
Yeah.
It's free. Everybody's bunnies right now.
Yeah,
we would like to be paid in M&Ms, please, for our service to the school.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, I think we're heroes.
I think something can be arranged. You get a hold of some M&Ms, and
so do you think they'll have a hero ceremony for us? Remember at the end of Star Wars, where they all walk down and there's all that great music,
awesome.
And they hang the medals, and then Chewie's like, "Rrrr." It's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
They'll do that, right?
Yeah, probably. I mean,
we
we'd absolutely at least get a medal for all this.
Yeah, we
right?
saved
School
everybody.
will be there.
Yeah. I don't want to give a speech though.
No speeches.
We'll have Walter
But a
give
big
a speech.
shiny medal for sure.
Walter just lets out a big belch.
Good work, buddy.
let's wrap it up there for the evening. Next week we'll come back. Everyone will be here. We'll kind of wrap up this caper, and then find out what happens next. Andy, remember, you're doing the recap next week,
Right.
so yeah, everyone who is out there, hello again. Thank you so much. I had a blast today. It was ridiculous, super fun. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. Dave, you were a great bunny fly.
Thank you. I pride myself on that.
Mischievous.
And we're going to be doing this Ukraine thing for the foreseeable future. So in any of our streams, we'll be pitching that. You can click that link and help donate money to help children's relief effort, refugee effort in Ukraine. Join us next week on Wednesday for Beyond Saltmarsh at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, the same time this show started, just on Wednesday, where Dave will run us through Dungeons and Dragons. We're in a literal ball. We're having a literal ball gala. I don't know if there's dancing yet. We haven't really got to dancing yet, but there is cocktail hour. There's some schmoozing. It's interesting. It's fun. We're also like dealing with madness and like cults and feasibly creatures from below. So, you know, it's D&D. It's all normal. Yeah, it's not like a masquerade ball though, Phantom. It's just a regular I wear fancy duds ball. But it's a good time. So join us for that. And then of course, join us for this next week. Same time, same channel. Do we raid?
To raid or not to raid?
To
Is the
raid
question.
or not to raid?
Always raid.
Yeah, we should.
I don't know. I mean,
Challenge
I guess
is that a lot of the people that we raid typically are ending at the same time.
Right.
Let's see, he's ending, they're ending. Let's see what they're doing. Let's see what Hops and Dragons ended last time.
Sinking City.
Actually, you know what? Hops and Dragons are doing their. I don't know how to get to their schedule. Let's see. I think they're doing their talk show thing. Yeah, let's raid them.
Nice.
We'll raid Hops and Dragons. Yeah, we're gonna start that up right now, guys.
Throw some raid emotes. Let them know that you come from us. And as always, remember, in the words of the great Strix, you know magic. We'll see you next week.
Let's raid.